Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is another day, and it is Scary Saturday, and I'm here with another review for you. And I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, whenever it is you're watching this. I hope you're having a great time, because life really is too short as is. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I love seeing all of your beautiful faces, so that's why I try to make it my best intentions to be here for you as much as possible, to give you as much content as your little hearts can desire. And also, do check out the information in the description box. I always try to give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, which today I got you for this one. I got you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your directors, runtime of the cut I am watching. I got you a link for a trailer and a link for where you can purchase today's movie as well, along with other films that this production company has released. It is from Psycho Productions, and it is none other than the 2019 film Nocta. Yes, Nocta. That's Nocta. Yes, very fun, amazing film. I do own a copy. It's packed away somewhere. I just haven't located it yet. I watched it online via a screener from Crippler Criss himself, which thank you very much. I think Crippler is who I was speaking to. If not, it was Master W. Either way, you guys both rock, and I love your work. This is an amazing little film. It was my first time getting a chance to watch it, and I am kind of mad that I've owned it for a couple of years and I never got to watch it until now, because it is so good. What exactly is Nocta about? It is about a guy played by Jim All, by the way, who is a regular for the Psycho Productions family. Who I like Jim All. I think he's a fun actor. I think he does some good stuff. I just recently did a review for him for The Secret of the Devil's Mushrooms, and then of course the Sebastian Zeglarski film Violent Obsession, which is absolutely stunning. Which by the way, Sebastian was also in Secret of the Devil's Mushrooms, and he is also in Nocta as well, but he has a very large part in Nocta. He is one of the main characters next to Jim All and Rapping Ross and a few other characters, but those three are the three main ones that come to mind when I think of this film, as well as the girl that plays Nocta. Now, so what happens is they're throwing a 40th birthday party for Jim All's character Ernst, and Ernst is a 40-year-old virgin, and they want to get him some action. They want to get him laid, so they invite Nocta because they know that she'll up the booty. She'll give him some action, and so therefore. He is very reluctant about having any kind of party because he is not a drinker. He does he's not a smoker. He is very religious. As a matter of fact, his dad is a priest and is very, very stern, and does a lot of things that would basically make you not want to throw a party with alcohol, weed, and lots of women and friends and just good times, and a vampire of all things, because it turns out that Nocta is not only different than everybody else, but she is a vampire. She basically, what happens is she shows up. She has a little dialogue about how she does not drink, and because she is on her menstrual cycle, and because of that it makes her bleed even more, and it does make her bleed an awful lot. And I'm not talking like bucket a bucket full. I'm talking like gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons upon gallons. It's like spraying out with such force and such ferocity that it just blows your mind. It's just like, holy crap. The arterial sprayage in this film is just amazing. I loved it. If you do not know Psycho Productions, they are a German studio, film production studio that does stuff that is in vein of stuff like Olaf Ittenbach or Andreas Schnaas or or Heiko Fipper or just all of those amazing German splatter films that we know and have grown up with in our past. So they do amazing jobs at preserving that style, and I absolutely love and adore it, and it's just great. But so what ends up happening is Sebastian Zeglarski and Rapping Ross, their characters, come up with this bright idea, not only to get them stoned, but Nocta is very into getting stoned. She's all about smoking the ganja, which I am like, yeah, cool, it's a party, do smoke away, I am pro smoking. I am not a drinker, but definitely have a good time. It's a party. But what happens is they come up with this bright idea to give them alcohol in their non-alcoholic beverages, which is a huge no-no, and that's what ends up making them, they think it's going to warm them up to each other, and in turn what happens is our good pal, played by Jim All, our Ernst character, takes Nocta out, and they're having it's a karaoke jam, and they're a karaoke party, and and he decides he's going to sing a love song to Nocta, to spill his heart out to her, and to send his love, and to show her how much he really wants to be with her, not just in a sexual sense, but just in a love sense, in all, because he believes in love at first sight, because this is the very first time he has been around her, and it is very noticeable. I mean, not noticeable, but he is very awkward, and it's very noticeable that he's never really been around women in general. So he plays the part very well. So Jim, you did a great job. You did so good in your part. Everybody did great in this movie. Everybody always does a fun job in Psycho Productions. Even the funny stuff, because they do put a lot of comedy in their stuff, because there is so much like gore and splatter and things that are over the top that it'll just really just blow your mind and make you go just like, wow, what did I just see? That was just absolutely mind-boggling. But they come up with the bright idea to feed them booze in their non-alcoholic beverages. They both get drunk. She ends up throwing up and going to the bathroom and throwing up blood, and then in turn makes her menstrual cycle become even more fierce, like I was saying earlier. And then she turns into her full vampiric self and goes out and starts killing people left and right, ripping hearts out, splitting a guy in half, ripping heads off. She even jams her hands into the top of somebody's cranium and rips their head apart that way. It is just absolutely stunning, the effects in this. they really went over the top, as they always do. If you can see here, I have my King of the Cannibals poster up. I always uh, keep this one. This is one of my favorite posters that I have, and if you've ever seen that, you know exactly what kind of a film you're getting yourself into. And so when she kills all these people, they eventually come back to life and turn into zombies. And so both Rapping Ross, Sebastian Zeglarski, and one other gal, they decide they're going to barricade themselves up in the holy room where everybody was back in there smoking the ganja, smoking the reefer, smoking the weed, getting high, getting blazed, getting spliffed, getting down, getting with the 420 twin. Yes, but they were having a great time doing it, and but they're back there barricaded in. They're fighting off the zombies, and Nocta, eventually um, kills everybody except for our good friend Jim All. And Jim All is still head over heels in love with Nocta and wants to still spend the rest of his life with her. So he basically persuades her into turning him into a zombie, or not a zombie, but a vampire like her. And the only way to do it is to drink her blood. And they come up with one of the most interesting and most disgusting ideas ever, and that is to make the man get his red wings. And if you do not know what that means he is to essentially give her oral pleasure while she is menstruating. Wrap your mind around that. I'll give you a second. Yeah. Okay. Back. Yeah. So that's how they decided to turn him into a vampire. Interesting. Yeah, I give away an awful lot with this one, but I normally don't do that. But I want you guys to go out and check out Nocta. Now, as far as the technical abilities on this, it meets all three criterias. It meets the audio, editing, and dialogue to a crisp A plus. This thing is so good and so well made and so perfectly put together. This is probably it's not my favorite film from them. I love everything I've seen from them, from The Last Cannibal, King of Cannibals, to The Secret of the Devil's Mushrooms, to this or to Nocta. All four of the films that I have seen of theirs, which I want to see more. They have a Christmas film I want to see desperately. That looks amazing. So if you guys want me to review your Christmas film, let me know. I would love to check it out. And then they also have a compilation I want to get eventually as well. I think that would be awesome to add to the collection. But anyways, I love all your faces. But oh yes, I forgot to give it its overall review. On that 1 through 5 scale, I'm giving this thing a 4.5 out of 5. It is a solid film. I would give this thing a 5, but it is very hard to get that one from me. So, yeah, I reserve that one for very few films. But this one is very good. It is just as good as King of the Cannibals, just as good as Last Cannibal, and just as good as The Secret of the Devil's Mushrooms. They are all amazing films. So go hop on over to Psycho Productions and buy their films. You will not be disappointed, especially if you are a huge fan of German splatter films. Psycho Productions, that's P.S.Y.C.H.O.Productions.com. I believe is how it's done. Otherwise, I put the link in the description box for you as usual. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow with XXX Dark Web. Yes, I'm finally getting to it. XXX Dark Web. Blah, 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 blah. All right, I love your faces, and as always, peace.